Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to my channel. This is Josfyn Greatness, Josephine Benson. And today, guys, I am back here to talk about your English proficiency test. I mean, when you are going through the NMC UK registration process. So the question is the English proficiency test, which is the IELTS or the OET, an easy job? I would say no. But is it attainable? Of course, it is attainable. Only if you get the right tuition, the right support with the right tutor. Not just any tutor, I repeat, but with the right person. So today, guys, I brought you here on the channel a tutor, an IELTS tutor who doesn't just do just IELTS support. He doesn't only give IELTS support. He has a consult that helps, with stuffs about the process into getting into the NMC UK registration as a nurse, a midwife, or a nurse associate. So I'm going to leave the platform for him. Most of you guys, I gave voluntary or support to, to get your OSCEs or your CBTs done. Mostly when you are done with the OSCE, when I think that, oh, she's done, he's done, he's going to get his PIN. And then you bring up the topic of, no, I don't have my English proficiency. Yet I haven't cleared that part. And I've got some of you having to wait for about 6 months, 8 months, and even to a year trying to get your IELTS or your OET done so you can get your PIN. So today I've got here Williams, and I'm going to give the opportunity to him to introduce himself. Williams, welcome to the channel, and thanks so much for
Mm,
accepting my invitation. I really appreciate that.
mm,
Can you please introduce yourself a bit to my viewers?
Okay. Well, thank you very much for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. Okay, I'm Williams, as you rightly said. Okay, I'm the head of the Wing Consults, which is into the tuition of IELTS. We also help students or individuals through the process of the NMC registration, starting from the MOH clearance through to the NMC registration UK, then to the
Great.
verification here in Ghana.
Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, so these are some of the things that so basically the entire process from beginning to the end, we are there to provide you assistance through the
That's
process of
great.
becoming a nurse or a midwife or possibly a nurse associate in the United.
Wonderful. So that's what you see on the screen, all the stuff that Wink Consult does. So it's a whole, package all together. So this is not just about IELTS, even though I brought him here purposely because I needed to get somebody to help you guys with your English proficiency test. He also helps with all the things you see on the screen now: MOH clearance, CBT registration. If you need support with your NMC portal registration itself, Wink Consult is there for you. So, William, just to know, are you a nurse? How did you get into helping
Yeah,
nurses and midwives in this process? Are you a nurse yourself?
yeah. Um, it's actually an interesting story. I'm a nurse by profession. Okay, I've been
Right.
practicing for about 4 years. So I remember a couple of years back, I took the IELTS test. Okay, just
Mm.
wanted to see what it was about. I've heard so much about it. I was actually curious to know what it was about. So after I took it and I had my results, I shared it to a friend who is currently in the United Kingdom.
Mm.
And he was like, seriously, did you get this? And I'm like, yes, you can see it for yourself. That's what I had. And he's like, Charlie, I'm teaching two people, I'm helping two people out, but I'm busy here. So I'll give these two people to you so you can assist them. So that was how the journey began. okay, for me. So I
Wonderful.
began to assist these two people, and I realized that it was moving well. When they
Mm,
took the exams, it was quite okay. Then I realized that, oh, here, where I work currently, there are a lot of people who are also interested in moving out. So I told them that, well, I've helped people, a couple of people through this process.
mm.
So why
Yeah.
don't they allow me help them? Okay. So they have an idea of who I am. Okay, because I've worked with them for a while. So they gave me the opportunity to actually help them. And that was how this entire consult came up. So I realized that,
Oh my
well,
God.
since I've been through the process, why don't I use the information that I have to help others? And that was
All
what
right.
birthed the Wing Consults. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, guys, you see, I always bring you authentic people. He is a nurse himself. He's tried and tested the IELTS test himself, and he came. Are you okay to share the band you got in your IELTS test? Just to
Yeah.
reassure our people that they've got somebody who knows what he's doing.
Okay. Okay. Um, I'm a very good user. Let me put it that way. So for those who know the
Okay.
band scores, they can know the exact band score I had. Okay.
Don't
I'm
worry
not an
about
expert.
giving us details of each of the scores. Just give
Yeah.
us the overall. What was the overall score?
Wasn't so good. I actually say that, but people say I'm not. That's not right to say. But I had an 8.0.
You
Okay,
had an
overall.
8.0.
Yeah, I did.
That
Yeah, I
is
did.
splendid. That is a great, score to get. You don't know
Sure,
what you've
sure,
done. And if
sure.
I may ask, did
sure.
you get anybody training you or you learned yourself and when to
That's
get
been that's what actually baffles the mind of my friends. And I told you the friend who gave me two people to
yeah.
teach. Yeah, that guy. He was a mate with me at the NTC. Okay, so I actually learned on my own. I didn't get anybody taking me through. No, I learned it
So
on my
guys,
own.
you see,
Then-
that is the age for you. Wing Consult. William is here to impact his blessing of IELTS into you. So,
Sure.
William, let's just get straight into some of the few questions I've got for you. So, I was going to ask what inspired you into specializing in helping students with, the IELTS, but then you've touched that already. So, there is the IELTS and the OET. All right.
Sure.
So what
Mhm.
what are the main okay, let me ask this question first. Which one should a student, anybody that is, looking into writing an English proficiency test, should they go IELTS or should they go OET? And if they choose the IELTS, where should they go? Academic or the general one? Because this video is basically about nurses, midwives, nursing associates. All right. So which one should they choose?
So since you've made it known exactly the group of people, I would say the IELTS academic is the right test for them to take.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
that's should they choose the IELTS. But then
Mm-hmm.
between the IELTS and OET, either of these work. Okay.
Okay.
I've got lots of people asking me, say, assuming I'm your sister or I'm your brother, which would you advise? Which would you advise that
Give
I
me
write?
the best advice you would give to a family member.
Yeah, that's how they often ask the question. And I always tell them, well, I can't decide for you. Okay. But then I can give you the information that you need. Then you make the decision as to which you think would
Okay.
be helpful to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at, let's say the costs, IELTS is less expensive than OET.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also with, acceptability or the range. Okay. IELTS is still number one. Okay, there are lots of institutions and agencies that recommend people to take the IELTS. So the,
Okay.
the range is much more than the OET.
So
Nevertheless,
the
as I said,
prospect
these
for
two
IELTS is bigger than prospect
bigger
for
than
OET.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. But then either of these, as I earlier on said, works. All right. And
Yeah.
also the contents, as I earlier on mentioned. Okay. With the IELTS, it's got two formats. That's the
Mm-hmm.
academic and the general training. But with the OET, it's just got a format,
Mm-hmm.
just one. And with the OET, it's specially designed for healthcare professionals. That's with the
The
OET.
OET.
Unlike the IELTS, that cuts across.
Okay.
Okay. So an idea of this would help you to know the kind of exams to take, whether the IELTS or the OET. So if you know what it is you are going to, what you want to use it for, then you would know which to
Which
take,
one to
whether the
choose?
IELTS. or the OET.
So you mentioned the OET is for health professionals, but then the IELTS cuts across. So if somebody is looking at using the English proficiency test to get into a university as a student, then they shouldn't look into OET. It should be IELTS, isn't it?
Um, I made mention of the fact that every place and what they
They
require.
ask.
Okay.
Okay.
So first of all, you need to know the school, or as you said, the university you go into. Okay. Every university has their requirements. So as part of
Okay.
their requirement, they make you aware of which you would need. And you
Okay.
realize I said earlier that um the range for IELTS is much higher. The prospects for IELTS is much higher than
Yeah.
the OET. So you have lots of the universities around seeking as part of their requirements people who have taken the IELTS. You
Yeah.
get it. So for the universities, you can take the IELTS. That's if they are okay with it, and the OET too, because some universities give room for people who have got the OET to apply. Okay, so you should know where you are going to and what they need from you. Okay, I think that's what
Wonderful.
will help.
Wonderful. So, my next question will be, um, how long should a student prepare for the IELTS test?
Okay, there's also another interesting question. Um, according to experts, okay, let me
Yeah,
speak from that point. According to experts, we've got about 77 of them, okay, advocating the need to have a 6 to 8 weeks preparation.
6 to 8
Okay,
weeks.
six to
Okay.
eight weeks preparation, okay, to be successful. All right, about
Mm.
77% of them. And we've also got about 65% of them also um advocating that students or test takers spend about 3 to 4 hours each day preparing for the test. So if you're going to use about, let's use the maximum, that's about 8 weeks. If you're
Mm-hmm.
going to use 8 weeks to prepare for
Mm.
the exams, then it means each and every day of the 8 weeks, you need about 3 to 4 hours of
Before.
preparation.
Okay.
Okay,
So
IELTS
that means if
preparation.
you are not going to be doing the minimum of 3 to 4 hours each day, then it will be longer than the 8 weeks we are talking about, isn't it?
Yes, certainly. It will be longer than the 8 weeks. Okay. But
Okay.
averagely, a 3 to 4 hours within 6 to 8 weeks will help you get better results in your IELTS.
Wonderful. So, anyway, guys, I have written the IELTS as well, but I used a whole 6 months to prepare. Not to say that I wasn't really, studying. I was studying, but I had other responsibilities. I was working full time. And I'm one person that wants to know everything. I want to read every cover of the book before I go and try. So the website I was using, I was reading it chronologically. So I was just waiting until I'm done with the end, the last full stop. I ain't going to write it. So I used the whole 6 months to cover the whole encyclopedia, and then I wrote it, and I got it at one attempt, first attempt, and yeah. So congratulations to me for my six
Yeah,
months
congratulations.
preparation. So some students, some IELTS, let me say people that are preparing for the IELTS go like the reading is something else, is a lot. Like, I'm struggling to get the reading, and myself, the reading was quite, a challenge for me. I wanted to ask the video, our time wouldn't allow us to talk about everything. And in fact, if we put everything here, then you guys are not going to go to Wing Consults to get your tuition and your support to pass your IELTS. So let's just give a little bit. What are some of the pitfalls, or what recommendation will you give to students that are struggling with especially the reading aspect to overcome, the test?
Okay. Let me say, lots of students, as you rightly said, there's a challenge, there's a headache for lots of students, the reading
Yeah.
components. And
Yeah.
initially, I didn't understand why it was a challenge because I felt the reading was quite easy to do
Mm,
until
you
until
are
I
the
had
best
lots of
person
people
for this job.
until I began having lots of people singing the same song, reading, and I'm like, seriously, reading.
What are they talking about?
What are they talking about? Yeah, seriously, reading. So I realized that lots of students have a difficulty understanding the context, okay, in which the questions are framed. Okay. Um let me say the reading actually needs you having a good mastery of the language. Okay.
Okay.
Having an understanding of the passage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa forgets, you're working within a time range. Most of the time, students say they wish their time could be increased. Okay. But
Yeah.
I remember when my students told me that, I'm always like, if you know what you're looking for, you can actually finish before the 60 minutes. You can actually finish before the 60 minutes. Okay. So there are lots of noise embedded in the reading passage. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got to be able to siphon out the answers that's needed from the noise. Okay, not everything is relevant in your passage. Not everything is relevant. But
Don't
the
do the
mistakes
whole
students
gist.
make.
You just touch the surfaces of the gist so they can come to you. Guys, I'm going to leave his link. There's going to be a Telegram link in the description section below. So hit on it if you need help with IELTS, and then get on it. And I'm going to leave going to
Yeah,
leave your Facebook link on there. But most of it are going to be done on Telegram. So if you need help, you just click on the description section, get the link, and then get into it. And then there is a code we are going to share with you so you can get some good treatment from Wing Consult. Let him know you are coming from Just Greatness TV, and he's going to give you, VVIP treatment in your IELTS
sure,
tuition.
sure, sure,
Great.
sure.
Yeah, so sorry, you were saying.
I'll just
Mm-hmm.
end with the fact that you need to be a reader to help you with the entire process, not just the reading components. You need to be able
Mm,
to read well. Okay, you need to take your time to understand the word. There are times I often will tell my students, there are times that you think you know the meaning of a word. You think
yeah.
you know, only to
Mm-hmm.
realize that the meaning you thought you knew isn't actually the meaning of that word.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
you need to take time and be cautious of the words you come across.
Yep.
So the more you read, okay, the more it opens you up to
Yep.
get to know several words, and those words will help you in your reading components as well as the other
Wonderful.
components of the IELTS.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
William, let me just chip in this question about speaking, since you've said a little bit about reading. Do students need a particular
Yeah.
accent
Okay.
to pass the speaking?
With the speaking, accent isn't something of importance in here. Okay.
Okay.
There's really no score given to students who use a particular accent. All
Mm-hmm.
right. A lot of people ask me that all that you need for your speaking is to be able to communicate clearly. Okay,
Wonderful.
and make sure that um the pronunciation of your words are exact. That is what
Okay.
you need in your speaking. Okay. Should you be able to do these, then I believe it's going to
You are
help
good to
you
go.
boost your band score. Yeah, not necessarily
Great.
accents. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
guys, no need, apart from learning for the test, no need going to learn accent. Okay, just stick to your
Sure.
stick
Sure.
to your
Be yourself.
normal
Be
accent,
yourself.
and you are good to
Yeah,
go.
just be
Be yourself.
yourself.
Feel free.
Yeah.
And
Be
of course,
yourself.
when you go to Wing Consult, William is going to get you prepared and ready for your test, for a victory in
Excellent.
your test. Okay,
Excellent.
so this is going to be my last but two questions.
Okay.
What should a student keep in mind on the day of the test? What should they keep in mind
Hmm.
as they go?
Um, just consider it as any other exams. Okay. Uh, we we in Ghana, at least exams isn't something new to us. End of semester, end of term exams. Like everywhere we turn, there's an exam somewhere. Okay, so
Wonderful.
just consider this as one of those exams. And one thing that would help you is preparation. When you are well prepared, it increases your confidence. You don't go thinking unnecessarily. You get it. You know exactly what you are going for. You get that. So just
Okay.
be yourself, calm your
It's
nerves
true.
down. Yeah, calm your nerves down and give out your
Just know
best.
that it's another exam.
It's just another exams. Okay, just give your
So
best to it, and by grace,
that
you
reminds
excel.
me, guys. Wink Consult is in Ghana. Okay. And I was just asking him backstage, how much you charge for your tuition? And the fees he mentioned, I was like, ooh, this looks like a voluntary work you are doing. You are actually not charging anything. You are doing
Sure,
this
sure.
for almost free. So, guys, those of you, but then he teaches the classes is done virtually. So, wherever you are in the world, wherever, whichever continent you find yourself in, you can get in touch with Wing Consults and you're going to get exactly what you get if you are going to go face to face. So, don't say, I'm in the UK, I'm in Australia, wherever. I'm in at the ends of the world, so I can't get in touch. Get in touch with Wing Consult. You can get your virtual training. I'm going to share on the screen some of the testimonies that his past students, people he's supported to pass this exam, people that have written 7 times, 10 times, and they get to him and they just do it like a done deal and they are done and they go on with their lives. So get in touch with him. The fees are, I'll say, is a token. You are not really paying anything
Certainly,
for what he's
certainly,
doing. So
certainly.
guys, get in touch with him. Now, William, if you can just give a short summary about the other stuffs that you do apart from the IELTS tuition, that would be great.
Okay, okay. So
If they
with
have to pay fees for that or not, that kind of summary. Okay.
okay, so with the MOH clearance,
Mm.
we can help you with that. We can either fill the forms for you or give you the link for you to go through everything. We can also assist with the signing, okay, at your workplace or the school. But then it depends the school. Okay. Uh-huh. Because we don't have access to every place, so it depends on the school. But all of these comes at should I wouldn't say a fee, a token. Let me put it that way.
It is a
Okay.
token.
Yeah. So whether you are here or not, I mean whether you're in Ghana or not, once you want to go through this, we can help you with it. Okay, and everything would
Wonderful.
be a success. So
Great.
because basically everything is online now. Okay,
Yeah.
so we just make sure that
It's
we
a digital
update you
world.
from
Yes.
time to time. Sure, we update you from time to time for you to know. So when it comes to the CBT registration, UK
Okay.
NMC registration, we can assist you. You can give you step by step guidance as to how to book in your IELTS tests and all of that. Okay. And
Wonderful.
then purchasing of maybe the CBT um voucher, we help with all of that as well. So look no further,
Great.
just bring everything that you need to us and we'll provide you with the needed
Yeah.
assistance. And one thing that I
Let's
can
see.
assure you is that anything that probably is beyond us, we certainly know the right people to help you to get
Link
everything
it.
done at the end of the day. Yeah.
Wonderful. So the CBT voucher is one thing that people are struggling to get, especially those that
Okay.
are back home in their countries. You get me? So some of them keep testing me, emailing me, can you please help me get a voucher? Because I don't know whether it's a payment process. Some of the payment options in some countries are not recognized in the UK. So sometimes people
Okay.
have to send their money to somebody in the UK to buy. But if they are able to get access to vouchers, that makes it easier. Because I used a voucher to register for my CBT and it was quite
CBT.
straightforward. So guys, Win Consult have got you covered. If you need a CBT voucher, you can get in touch. The links are in the description section below. It's just a click away. Click it and then get in touch and you get your CBT vouchers. So your last words to my viewers, please.
Okay. My last words would be IELTS is doable. Okay,
Wonderful.
IELTS is doable. You just have to put your mind to it. Be
Mm-hmm.
serious. Have
Mm-hmm.
the right guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, and practice,
Mm-hmm.
practice, practice. That is what most of us fail to do. Practice, because IELTS is all about practice. You don't necessarily have to set a time to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you move about your daily duties, you still can practice. As you communicate with people, you still are doing practice. So just make sure that everything about your life day in, day out, it's a
It's
reflection of what
practicing.
I
Yeah.
else. Yes, just make sure you practice it. And I believe that you will be fine. Okay. And from that, you can build your confidence. Okay. So
Right.
I think that's what I'll leave your viewers with. All right.
Thank you so much, William from Wing Consults. It's such a privilege
You're
and
welcome.
honor having you spend your time here on the channel. Guys, this is
Thanks
it.
for having
This
me.
is what I
Thank
brought you
you.
today. If you need help, the links are in the description section below. And when you go to Wing Consults to get your VVIP treatment, and maybe if God touches his heart, even with that little token, he may give you a discount as well. So use the short code JOJW25. JOJW25 as your code. So he knows that you are coming from Josephine Greatness TV. So we can give you that VVIP treatment. And then probably a discount on your fees. All right. So, guys, until we meet in my next video, it is take care of yourself. Happy New Year. See you again. Bye.
Bye.